逃げ道はあり痛がっちゃいないの。そこ終わりね。撤収。ここより弱滅の時。やっとじゃあ行くよ。裁きのイカ捕まえた。はっといざよ工作せはっ稲光すなわち永遠なり。響け泣くのね。見切りました。やっはっかかれ。裁きの雷ここより弱滅の時。じゃあ行くよ。
星と深淵。無事今日の依頼。星と深淵。
霧となって散りなさい。
じゃあ行くよ。
わけ山の地。
ウェーブ。
行くぞ。我に光を。
加速するよ。来たよ。
再構成します。はっ、どれどよめく進学。
注目。君に差しあれ。来たよ。
清掃を開始します。霧となって散りなさい。
じゃあ行くよ。
ここであんたを潰す。響け楽の音。
よっはっトリポーンダブルサメとアタック再構成します。
手加減なしだぞ。ケア。
いくよー。サーフボード貸そうか。じゃあ行くよ。わけ山の地管理します。霧となって散りなさい。
やるか。
出発。時が来たよ。再構成します。せっウェーブサドーントリコーンキャンいくよ
行くぞ。
管理します。はあ、どりゃ響け格のね我に光。
耐えられるか。
加速するよ。この同点も 点についてのご質問でしたらいつでもお聞きください。
そのように私の瞳をじっと見つめるのはやめた方がいい。何を見てしまうとも限らないからね。
どよめく神学、火炎を刻む。
却下する。貫こう。
響け格の目。じゃあ行くよ。来たよ。
ここより登る。
わけ山立ち。
貫こう。よっ
響け格の目。ぽよーん。じゃあ行くよ。わけ山立ち。
剣弁
響け格の目。
刻め。
じゃあ行くよ。遊びに行くってのが。山立ち。や。来たよ。響け。格のない。
貫こう。権限。どよめく進学。火炎を刻め。落ちる。貫こう。
山立ち。じゃあ行くよ。
月のように永遠のキャット。知識の価値っていうのは
ヒルチャール
単純
のお兄
に
さんが
お金で測れるものじゃない。
病気になったヒルチャールのお兄さんが看病して。
うん。うん。おお。ああ。
ビョンビョンビョンビョン。
浮世の風景は
さよなら。
幾千年も変わらないというのに、人の世とはこうも白露と泡のように。
Oh my god, you fucking idiot! We had 2 Dendro in the team. Why a 3rd Dendro when we don't fucking need any more Dendro? Like, it's one of these annoying fucking morons who's like, oh, this actually was perfectly fine. We had a perfectly fine party comp, but because you chose something fucking stupid at the last second, dude, we had 2 Dendro. Like, Because we're not. That's the problem. Is now we have 3 Dendro. We have no fucking people to do Dendro reaction.
退路はない。
ついてきて。ネクラマシ。清流の烈焰で駆逐区なんちらを照らそう。一切合切燃やし尽くせ。正解そうかい。試練満員だよ。我が輩の意向は比類なきもの。今はどうも気分が晴れないのだ。虫けらども。
It's like, yeah, great, awesome. So now we're just not. We didn't get. So now essentially this is a fucking fucked run because this one fucking moron was like, hey, I know what I'm gonna do. I can't even get out. I'd have to quit the entire game because like this is literally wasting my time. Because it's like, hey, how would you like to not get 30, like 1/3 of your points? You know, like how would you like to not get 10 points? Because you're, I mean, realistically, technically, the reason why we didn't do that is because we didn't do the bomb. So any one of us would have been bad. Like. Because we needed the bomb. So, like, not getting those 10 points is not because he, chose stupidly. But he did choose stupidly. And it's just like, come on, dude. Can you, like... It's just shit like that. Like, come...
ええものだ。
全部丸見えね。
Now, this one's not super bad. Like, it's whatever, right?
八神に報いるために。
But it is kind of annoying, man. So it's not. I mean, like at the end of the day, they're not going to fuck you over too much. Like, sure, those 10 points, but it's like, come on, it's just another example of like where it doesn't really matter our level, but like our party comp, and it's just like, why would you like the reason why if I knew he was going to be Kinich, I would have been right. I would have been literally anybody else. I wouldn't have been another Dendro character. Like, that's what's so fucking annoying about it. Where it's just like, god damn it, dude. Like, if you were not so like. If you had not spent, like, we were literally about to time out. Like, he had spent so fucking long deciding his character that he was about to time out, giving us literally no time to fucking double check, right? And be like, oh, what are you? Like, if he had been at least quick about it, we could have reacted. So it is frustrating, when you just get dumb decisions done by dumb people. No, like, does it really matter? No, not really. I mean, obviously it doesn't matter anyway. Like, even if he was actually fucking us over, it doesn't really matter. Damn it. Yeah, sure, I'll do that. Because I do a lot of normal attacks. So, but yeah, it's just another example. It's just what happens when you get people who are like, but yeah, this is where it's going to be tough because we have to beat him. Oh wait, no, never mind. It's no. Oh, God, Jesus Christ, that's a lot of damage. Yeah, I think it's probably
こ
fucked.
れこそが知恵の伝道。はっ
死での
よっよっはびこりなさい。おい
葉落ちて今にキス
Awesome. Thank you for fucking losing. Fucking fussing over. Fuck. No, I'm gonna die. Jesus Christ, this is rough. I thought. Oh no, he did. He literally came back. Oh, okay. So it's not that. It's not that punishing. It does suck, obviously. Now we definitely don't get the bonus, which is like, oh, it sucks. But
覚えたわよ。
根こそぎにしてあげる
私には
I didn't even know it hit me. Oh, did something like crash on me? Oh, I see.
はびこりなさい。
But I don't revive at full health. Oh, that kind of sucks. I was actually kind of expecting more shit too. I was expecting more. Like normally there were like buffs around, so I was surprised that there were no like health buffs. Shit, we have time for this shit.
退路はない
Oh my god, we lose because he's. Oh my god, that was close. Holy shit! I was gonna say we almost lost because that fucking more. See, that actually would have mattered. I thought, oh, okay, there's no timer. Like the previous one was like you have to kill it. The bonus was you have to kill it within like 60 seconds.
お日様が出たら日光浴。お月様が出た
I
ら
thought the thing would be like you have to kill it within 60 seconds. I'm like, oh fuck, that will screw us over. But yeah, we almost didn't even clear it because that fucking guy at the last fucking second chose the stupidest fucking character possible. Like the stupidest one. Like, are you fucking kidding me? We already have Tignari as a Dendro DPS. You chose another fucking Dendro DPS. If you chose a Dendro healer, that would have been better. If you chose literally anybody else, that would have been better. Like anybody. Anyone that could have reacted with Hu Tao or Dendro would have been fine. If you just fucking timed out, we would have done better. Like, that's what's so fucking annoying about it, is if he just was so fucking stupid that he didn't even make a decision, we would have done better. Like, that's how fucking stupid you are, is when, if you just were so fucking dumb, you did nothing, it would have been better than you actually making a choice. It's just like, people are fucking dumb. It's like, oh, I know. We only have one driver, Hu Tao, and Hu Tao doesn't have Pyro Infusion all the time, and Hu Tao is also a Pyro Infusion who only does Pyro Infusion to the enemy that they're attacking. This is not a general field of effect type thing. This is only basically a single target Pyro application, unless they're like grouped together. But we have no groupers, so it's like and then you still chose to be a fucking Dendro, like a fucking moron. Okay, so cryo-related reactions. I guess if you guys are going to do that, I will be a cryo-related reaction. Yeah. See? Like, no one else is, like, paying attention to the fucking cryo-related reaction bit. No one's paying attention to the cryo-related... Because it's like, oh, yeah, you just do a cryo-related reaction. So what do we get for when we get bonuses for cryo? We get 2 fucking Hydro and a fucking Pyro. Why? Why the fuck would you choose those characters? Like, I'm literally the only one who's actually giving us the buff that we need. So it's mind-blowing how stupid people can be. I mean, to be fair, like, it doesn't matter. Like, we could just do whatever the fuck we want. We could just do whatever, right? Like, as long as we clear the stage, we at least get 10 points each, so we get 40 points regardless. And the bonuses, the 10-point bonuses for the extra condition don't necessarily matter either.
仕事は排除するべきですね。
I That was close. Yeah, that's why I stopped attacking because I'm like, shit, we need to hit opponents with bombs, and if I keep attacking, I'll kill them, and we won't. Those bombs won't go off. I don't think we can manually trigger the bombs either, so that's kind of shitty. Freezing. Nah, I probably just went with this. Elemental skill is kind of interesting, but I don't use my skill that much, and with this, I can just keep doing charge shots, and that's all I need.
穏やかな雰囲気とても好きです。三王帝君のためにおさわり禁止。
私は帰ってきた。私は下げず。帰ってきた。
瑠璃のように落ちなさい。部外者禁止。油断しました。相関化粧。
ほう。
ついていきます。風雪の祝福。おさわり禁止。
It seems like 30 is the max I can do. Like I just can't get like I don't even know why the other. Let's see. Want to do.
仕事がまだ終わってません。休んでいいのでしょうか。
Let's go. Let's do more boosts.
瑠璃のように落ちなさい。部外者禁止。よっ。
しっかり構えてくれ。
終わらせてあげる。
静粛に。
ついていきます。この仕事は排除するべきですね。
私は下げず。
Oh, we lost one of our players. Damn, that's annoying.
討伐となるがいい。
Oh, Arthur didn't die. Right? It's not like, yeah, they must have actually like. Ah, shit. God damn it. Yeah, we're not gonna. I don't think we're just gonna be able to. I honestly think we're not gonna be able to do it. We're just not doing enough damage, and we're not like.
瑠璃のように落ちなさい。部外者禁止。
君は先に休むといい。
ていきます。お触り禁止。風雪の祝福。契約はまだ終わってない。
Like, and we would have been able to do it if Arlecchino was still here. Like, I don't know why these two people chose to. I want to be both New Lavilla. Like, it's again, it's an example of just the same problem that the other people had. People just not paying attention to who everyone's picking. They're like, yeah, we want to be New Lavilla. It's like, okay, well, why? Like, couldn't you have just been like, oh, let one guy be New Lavilla and someone else could be someone else, something else? Now, unfortunately, and I'd be fine with it. Like, if they just want to be both New Lavilla, that's fine. It really only fucked us over because we lost the one player who was the other reaction. Like, if we had lost one of the New Villettes, no one would have fucking cared. Like, it wouldn't have fucking mattered. But because the one person we lost was the other person who provided another elemental reaction was what fucked us over. Okay, yeah, so I'll have to wait another day or two, perhaps. I'm not sure when the cap will go up to it. Because I could do it. I could do another one. But I get approximately like 120 plus points each time. So I think max is 138 if we get all objectives and shit. But then I would be like, I'd miss out on 18 points if I got that max. And even if we're doing relatively well, I'll still get more than 110 points. Like I should get at least 120-ish. So it's like, I only want to get to 500. I'll just wait. I'll wait till the cap goes up, and then I will, and then I'll just do more stuff. But yeah, I mean, generally, co-op is just another way for people to kind of prove how stupid they are, because it's just like, come on, people, like. The whole buff for this whole thing was like, oh yeah, you get bonuses to cryo reactions, and sure, like obviously we can't all be cryo because we need to react, so someone else should be something else. But like when my character was Jillinan, they chose two New Villettes and Arlecchino. It's like sure, New Villette and Arlecchino work fine, well enough together, right? That's fine. That would be fine. But, like, why two New Villettes? Like, you could have been someone else other than New Villette. Do you have literally no other characters besides New Villette? Do neither of you have any other, useful character besides that one? Like, do you seriously just want to be that one, regardless of how much you're fucking people over? Like, and it's like, and, it's not really, like, super fucking us over, but, like, it's hard, and the fact that we lost Arlecchino really makes it hard to tell how well we would have done in that final boss. Like, I'm pretty sure if we had Arlecchino for that boss, we would have won. We would have been able to clear it in time. I think losing that... I mean, I assume they scaled it back down for 3 players afterwards, but the problem is, it's not just that we lost one player and so they scaled it down. It's like, no, the problem is that we only had freeze reactions which don't do damage, and on a boss where they don't fucking get frozen ever, like, they don't freeze, they still keep moving, because obviously freeze would be broken if it actually worked on bosses. Now, the cool thing is I can still trigger cryo reactions. Like, it still triggers the frozen, so I'm able to keep up reaction-related buffs. Like, when it's like, oh, if you trigger a reaction, you get this or that. Those still, I think, triggered. But the problem is that we didn't have any damaging reactions, and Arlecchino was fine. Like, having 2 New Villettes to constantly apply Hydro, while Arlecchino does a shitload of Pyro, that's fine. Like, that's perfectly fine. And then, like, me, so we sometimes get melts instead of that, or freezing, to boost everything in general, that would have been great. But yeah, so missing out on having I don't know why. Maybe they saw, I don't know, we weren't doing that poorly, so like for them to quit, because they'd have to they would have had to quit their game unless something came up, perhaps. But it's like, yeah, it just kind of sucks when you just get people who are just like, they just don't read the room. Basically, they're just like, oh, I want to play this character and fuck everybody else, and it's like, and I know I'm going to bring that mentality into co-op. It's like, or you could just not be an asshole, like. You could just be an actual team player when doing a co-op thing. But like, I do get it, right? Like, this is a game where lots of people play it from all walks of life, all age groups. So these could be children, right? These could be children playing the game. Haven't haven't matured enough to realize, oh, okay, I should not be an asshole. And they just like they want to play their favorite character. And to be fair, like if you want to play your favorite character, fine, sure, right? Like I don't even know what happens if we fail. Like if we didn't kill it in time, like if we all went like as 4 supports, for instance, and we just don't have the DPS to kill it in time. So not only do we not get the bonus reward, but just not flat out not kill it. I assume all that happens is we just don't get points for that round. So we just get the points for the first 3. And like I think even with 4 supports, we should still be able to beat the first 3. So it's like, yeah, sure, it might take a little longer to get max points, but even if everyone's completely stupid and chooses the stupidest party combination ever, is everyone's just choosing their favorite shittiest character. This is four Ambers coming to the party, something like that. Sure, right? You would still do well enough to like not be complete shit, but it does kind of suck. When you're trying to, it does kind of suck when you're trying to do things quickly, right? And that's kind of that's why MMOs are cool, but like that's kind of where I have the biggest problem with MMOs too, is because like everyone's different and everyone learns differently, and so like when I do a fight, like I might for a new mechanic I might die once or twice and I get it. I'm like, oh, okay, that's how the mechanic works. I understand. I'm going to stop dying to that mechanic now because I understand how it works. And even once you understand it, you'll still probably die like one in 100 times, right? Shit happens. Something goes wrong. You read it wrong. You weren't paying attention, and you just you notice it too late, and so you die. Sure, that kind of shit happens even for the best of players, right? Like you see like Final Fantasy raid, or like people who do raid in Final Fantasies, fuck up mechanics where it's like, yeah, shit, this happens. Like their only thing is raiding. They like raid, hundreds of times a week. They've done the fight. They've done the fight hundreds of times, and they still fuck up. Like, these things happen. Right? But there are also the people who are just like so mind-bogglingly stupid, where it's just like you tell them how the mechanic works, like so they keep dying, and they just don't understand how the mechanic works, even though like I would say some of these are fairly intuitive. But even if after you explain it to them, you're like, okay, here's what you do, here's the order you do it, here's what you need to look out for. When this happens, here's what you need to do, right? And then you tell them that, and then they still proceed to like fuck up the next 10 times, and it's just like, what can you do, right? Like how can someone be that stupid, where you literally tell them exactly what they need to do, and they still can't turn that into actions, right? They still can't, and like even if you're incredibly clear and like, dude, like no, when this happens, you go here, like just. And they'll still fuck up, right? And you just get people like that who are just fucking dumb. You get the people who like die to the mechanic once or twice and they get it. You get the people who die 50 times to the mechanic, and then only then, after like 50 fucking wipes, do they finally get it. And it's just like, yeah, that sucks. Because like you can't determine ahead of time like who's going to be good at that. Who's a good learner? Who's a smart person? Who's going to waste the team's time? Because like that person might be like unusual, right? That person might not be the norm. It could be that he's just but like if he's the shittiest player in your group and by a big margin, that sucks. If he's the shittiest player in your group and like everyone else is getting it, like maybe you're a super genius and you get it in 1 or 2, right? And everyone else like basically if we like rate their intelligence by how many times you wiped a mechanic. You might die once. You might learn it after 1 or 2 times. Other people might learn it in 5. Other person might learn it in 10. But you get this moron who learns it in 50, right? But everyone else, but he's like the shittiest one. Like everyone else learns it by 10 at the most. Every other person in your party of 7 or party of 8, like 7 other people other than you, learn it within 10 wipes. But this guy is just so fucking dumb. Like, you just can't. Like, there's nothing you can do. Like, you can't tell how smart someone is going to be beforehand, and then once you're in, you're kind of screwed. And that's usually what ends up happening. Is that people just start quitting at that point, because it's like, dude, everyone gets it but you. But this is a mechanic that all of us need to do, so you're fucking us over, and we're wiping because of you, and you just never seem to be learning, and you just don't have the decency to leave, and you're just. Because like realistically, that person should leave. It's just like, you know what, you clearly don't get it. Like, maybe you need some more time to yourself. Usually, realistically, if you're a nice person, you'd be like, okay, I'm just not getting this. I want to leave. Like I should leave. Find a party specifically with like find a party of morons to learn this the slow way, right? Or I mean, and the idea is like maybe you could get carried depending on the mechanics. Sometimes it's like, oh, even if that person fucks up, you can still push through. It's like, yeah, now you have maybe everyone has a Vuln stack because he exploded something that he just fucked up and it exploded. But like I was watching like Preach do Lights Rampart, and it's like, yeah, if one person fucks up, it's pretty much a wipe, right? Like because it's a very fine-tuned thing. You can only have a certain number of stacks. If you get to 5, then you explode and basically fuck over everything. And if you do everything right, everyone should have 4 stacks, which means if even one person has 5, this pretty much wipes the party. So if one person fucks up, one person's going to get an extra stack they shouldn't have, and then boom, everything gets fucked. So it is essentially every person in the party of 8 has to do this correctly, or it's a wipe. And yeah, there just are people who drag it down. And that's why I don't really like raiding and doing shit like that with friends. Because, like, you can't just, like, bail on them, right? You can't just be like, well, fuck this, you're really stupid, I just don't want to raid with you anymore. Because, like, you know them. So once you leave, they'll be like, dude, what the fuck was that, right? I mean, obviously you don't say that, but, like, that's why doing it in PF is a little better, because it's like, oh, okay, you're clearly with a moron, you clearly, like, and I'm not saying, like, being mean or something to them, but, like, I've been in parties where, like, I've tried to explain it. Like, I try to explain it, I try to be very clear. I'm like, okay, you need to do this. When this happens, you need to do this. And everyone else is getting it, and they're the only one not getting it. And then you just see them fuck up every fucking time. And it's just like, okay, you're a moron. Like, we're clearly wasting our time here. This is clearly going to take another hour before you finally learn it. I don't want to waste an hour of my time having one complete idiot learn something. I'd rather just leave the party, find another group, without this person, so that we can just get past this and move on and get it clear. Like, and this is the kind of shit that happens in, like, all sorts of stuff. There's, like, the learning parties where the expectation is, you're learning, right? The expectation is that there will be, fuck-ups. There will be people needing to learn the mechanics and all that shit. And that's fine. But then this kind of shit happens also in clear parties, too. Where it's like, where you have where you have a requirement that you've done the duty at least once. But, like, when did you do the duty? Maybe you did this duty a year ago. Like, I went into an Endsinger party. I think it was duty complete. Like, it was listed as a farm party. Maybe it wasn't duty complete. Maybe duty complete wasn't a requirement. But yeah, it was listed as a farm party. So I popped in, and we did. We got our clock spots. We got our positions all sorted out, and then, like, we wiped pretty early on because people just didn't know the fight at all. And, like, to be fair, I didn't really remember the fight much either, because, like, the last time I'd done Endsinger was, like, a year ago when I was farming, but I had, like, 90-something tokens, so I just need, like, a few more clears to get either one, a few more. You actually need to win the mount, obviously, and I can stop, or just a few more clears and I can just redeem for the mount. So I'm pretty close to it. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just pop in. Maybe I'll try, and I'll see what I can remember. But yeah, there's a lot of shit. I'm like, oh yeah, wow. And after that, I'm like, I looked up a video. I'm like, yeah, there's a bunch of shit I didn't remember. I might pick things up a little bit, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff where it's like knowing where to position yourself by rewatching a video was definitely helpful. But yeah, like, we just did that, and people fucked up, and then we just disbanded because it was like, oh, okay, we thought this was a farm party, but clearly people don't know the mechanics at all, and we're just not really in the mood to teach someone the fight from scratch, right? And that's just how it is. Like, that's how MMOs are, right? Is that, one, you get people who are just trying to get a free ride, who are just stupid and are dragging people down, and rather than having them, stay in their stupid section, they try to, cheat their way into something. And I've done that too, but I'm also not stupid. So, like, I've tried to cheat my way in, look for farm parties or duty complete parties that haven't actually listed that as a requirement, and sneak in. And usually it still works out, right? And those are the parties I aim for. I don't aim for farm parties, because farm parties are a huge waste of time. I'm smart enough where I can watch a video and I'll like barely fuck up. And I get better. Like, after a few fuck ups, then it's like, okay, I got it now. I'm good. Because, like, I've watched the video. It's just really turning what I saw in the video and what they name the mechanics to actually seeing it and kind of getting a feel for the timings between attacks. You're like, oh, okay, when this attack happens, I know I have this amount of time, and this is what I gotta look for. But when you watch the video, you don't really understand what you're looking for until you're actually in the thick of things. But I still join a clear party because like I want to be with a group of people who know the fucking fight and are not completely stupid. And the problem with farm parties is that you just get a lot of people who are like really stupid. Like not only are they stupid, but they're so stupid they don't even watch a video. Stupid. You know, they don't even watch the mechanics. They don't even understand the fight at all. They're like, oh, it's a farm party, sure. I'm going to go in blind. It's like, well, there's a difference between it's a learning party. It's a learning party. I'm going to go in blind. It's like there's a difference between a learning party and because like even for learning parties, the expectation is you've watched a video so you understand the mechanics. So you've watched an entire video, you have a basic understanding of the mechanics, and we're here to like do the fight and work it out together. But that's the problem, is that because it's a learning party, people think, oh, it's going blind. And it's like, yeah, so you know literally nothing. You're too stupid to pick things up yourself. Like, because you never get, I mean, I don't say never, never, but like rarely ever do you get people who go in blind who actually are like good, who are smart and good and can pick up the mechanics easily. No, you get these stupidest of people who are like, I'm dumb, I'm selfish, I want everyone to revolve around me, and I'm never going to learn any part of this fight because I'm just too stupid to learn shit. I'm the person who needs to die 50 times to learn a mechanic. Those are the type of people you get going in blind to learning parties. They're just trash. They're trash players and stupid at that. So it's really rough. Because you have to go basically, if you wanted to go into a learning party, you go into a learning party with the expectation that you're going to waste your entire time. Like, going into a learning party, it's like, yes, go in expecting that you're probably not going to clear it at all. You'll probably not even finish the lockout. You'll probably have people disband early because someone or two people are going to be so bad and such trash that people are just going to be disheartened and be like, yeah, fuck this, I'm just not going to bother, right? I'll look for another party. Because like the true people who are good and want to go at it blind, those are like the people like who are streamers or stuff like that. And what they do? They actually like they either like put it into the party description of like, oh, I'm doing this fight blind. They'll even mention this is a blind learning party. We want to go in and learn it from scratch. Or they'll be like people who use Discord or some other things to form a group and go in that way, right? Those are the people who are really dedicated, who are intelligent, who understand what the fuck's going on, and they just want to because there are some people who like doing this kind of prog, the kind of blind prog. I'm not about blind prog. I'm all about the rewards. So I don't give a shit how I get them. Like, if I don't care. Like I just want the mount. That's all I want. That's it. Like, I don't care how easy. I don't care if it's hard. I don't care if it's difficult. If it's the easiest fight in the world, don't give a shit. Just give me the mount, and I'll never do it again. That's it. So it's not about the journey for me. It's the destination. The destination is the mount. I want that mount, and that's it. I'm a collector. That's what I want. That's my goal. So like, it's not about the experience of doing it. Like, and sure, the experience can be fun. I've had fun doing, farm parties for mounts, but like, at the end of the day, all I want is the mount. It's not about the difficulty of the fight. If the fight was like twice as easy, I'd be fine with that. I don't care. But I do understand that like making a fight difficult does make it more memorable and to a degree enjoyable. Like some of my most memorable raiding experiences are doing like Baldesion Arsenal and Delubrum Savage when it was current. I got to clear on Baldesion Arsenal within like 2 weeks of its release. Delubrum Savage, I think it took me 3 or 4, but that was mostly because it was just a scheduling thing. It was hard to get into a group. Because I was doing prog, and it was just like so many people were trying to get into the group in the Discord. It was just kind of like, yeah, okay, here's this here's this day's prog party. Here's all the people who have like signed up for it. It's like, sorry, and so like especially near the end, like once I'd already like progged, I started progging on Trinity Avowed. That's when it was like really kind of tough to get parties because like there's a lot of learning parties, there's a lot of new parties, but like getting prog parties or clear parties, there were just far less of them. It's like not as many people had progressed that far, and the people who actually did clear it might then start trying to create their own learning parties to start from fresh prog. And so like whereas like in the start, like there's so many people. Oh yeah, we're gonna prog. We're gonna go slimes. We're gonna go Trinity Seeker, and then like lots of parties for that. But then like finding a group, and then for the groups it was just harder to get into because it was like lots of people were all wanting to get into the fewer clear and Trinity Avowed parties. So I think I was like delayed a week essentially from my clear because it was just hard to get into a group. But then once I got into a group, I think I got lucky. 2 times I got selected for the group, and so for the last 2, and so I was like, we beat Trinity Avowed, and then we beat the Queen the next time, I think. And then I ran it like 7 more times for the tokens and shit. I think maybe I'm at 9 or 10, or maybe I'm at 8 or 9 clears right now. I'm not sure. Either way, so yeah, like I did that stuff, and those are the memorable shit. Having people on the golem sides chilling around the traps to kill yourself once you hear a slime side fucked up. That kind of stuff sticks with you. I remember my first clear about this in Arsenal, like holy shit, like my heart was racing so hard because it was like I had died. I think I had gotten clipped by something, so I was dead. And so it was like, oh shit, like if they don't kill it, if they don't kill it and res me, then the black hole's going to suck me out and I'll have to, redo it again. Because I think that was my 3rd time. That was the 3rd Baldessian Arsenal I'd ever done, and I got the clear for it. My 3rd, I think, attempted clear. I think I might have joined some frag parties. But nowadays, it's so easy to clear it that frag parties are just clear parties. Like you aim for the clear, and if you don't get and if shit goes sideways, then it becomes a frag party. But yeah, like I think I might have run a few frag parties to bump my stats, and then I did like 3 actual clear attempt parties, and on the 3rd one we cleared it. And this was all within like the first week or 2. And yeah, it was a clusterfuck getting in, trying to get groups together to go into Baldessian Arsenal just because how annoying it was. And this was before they had the actually no, I think you always had the things where you could like commandeer, you could steal a portal. But yeah, making people not be assholes and steal portals was a big thing. Trying to get all 6 of your groups into the same instance was also annoying. Or you pop into an instance that already had a group waiting for Baldessian Arsenal, so that, yeah. The Loot Savage definitely made that easier to do. And I do appreciate it. Bosja did definitely improve a lot of stuff on Eureka. But yeah, those are the most memorable shit, right? Like, you don't remember the easy fights, right? You don't remember... I mean, you might remember some things, like, yeah, sure, fighting Gilgamesh in Stormblood, that Stormblood trial, yeah, it was relatively easy. But you don't really remember it as much. It didn't like impact you as much. It's actually doing the hard fights. Those are the ones that stayed with you. Those are the ones you're like, man, I had a lot of fun doing that. Like it's an experience. So I do understand the people who are like, oh, it's about the journey. I do agree to some degree, but for me, it is still about the reward, and I still want the mount, and that's why I did the Lubrum Savage, is because of the Cerberus, and the Cerberus is fucking cool. And the Baldessian Arsenal, Demi-Osma, fucking amazing. Demi-Osma is my favorite mount. I love the sphere form, the cube form, the pyramid form. They're all super fucking cool. It's like I would say it's the only one that can transform, but technically not anymore. With the Abyssos mount, you can turn the Alteroit, the fire Alteroit into the Phoenix. So there is a difference between ground mount and flying mount. And technically, there are some other mounts that also kind of transform, just not as transformative. Like there's the ones that have like flying form. Hell, even the Dawn Trail collect or pre-order mount, it has like Cruise Chaser like humanoid form, but then when you fly, it turns into an airship type form. So like there are those like that. But I'd say the truly transformative ones are Demi-Osma and the Abyssos mount. But yeah, so like those are the ones I want, and I want the mounts. I'm a collector. I like that shit. And so But I don't know. There's a certain level of difficulty that is acceptable, but it is also kind of tough because like I don't want to like waste so much time because like it is a huge waste of time to do this shit. And the reason why I do like Delubrum and Dailies and Arsenal like while it's current is because those are the best times to run it because those are the times when you have the most people and you have the most people who know the most. Like if you run Beldes and Arsenal or well Beldes and Arsenal right now is actually pretty easy because pretty much all the people running it all the time have +2 armor. So it does make it much quicker clears, but then you're also getting a lot of brand new people who's never done it. So you get the people who are super experts who know like fight like the back of their hand, but then you also get a pile of people who don't know it at all because they just don't run it. It's like the first time they've done it. So you get a lot of really new people. So the dichotomy between the two is crazy. And same for like Delubrum Savage. Like it's kind of rough because like Delubrum Savage is even more challenging and difficult than Valdez and Arsenal. And so it's like, yeah, you definitely get the people who are pros doing it, but the problem is there's a lot more personal responsibility in Delubrum Savage, so like that can get rough. So ideally, it was probably better back then. Maybe like month two. That's actually I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell because like you get people like me who do it, get the clears, clear it a few extra times, let them just stop forever. So you get a bunch of experienced players who just don't ever run it anymore. And so now you're kind of, those experienced players have stopped, and then you just get a bunch of noobs again. So it's like, where's that perfect sweet spot where you're getting a lot of people who know the fight pretty well, who are doing re-clears and going for the title, or going for the achievement for 10 clears, or getting more augmented law order gear, so that you get the actual experienced players just doing it over and over again. Like being in groups with that would be interesting, but at this point, it's like, yeah, you'll get a lot of people to, you'll get some Baldas and Delubrum Savage parties going, but like you need a lot of shit for Delubrum Savage. It's not like Baldas and Arsenal where it's relatively easy to get. Like you can just buy the Curate and Osode and the Vermilion Cloaks off the market board for relatively cheap, and that's just a nice bonus damage and defense that anyone can get, even who've never played the thing. Whereas you don't really get that for Baldas or for Delubrum Savage. Like, even the shit you get is like, oh, hello there. Yeah, even the shit you get in Delubrum Savage is just boosting your haste. So it doesn't actually improve your damage or defense. Well, it does improve your damage because you get more attacks in. Because your cooldowns on your shit is quicker. But it's not like your abilities are actually more powerful. Whereas like in Valdez and Arsenal, your shit is actually more powerful. You did more damage and took less damage because your elemental power. So that's why Delubrum Savage is a little rougher. But then you have like much better lost actions for Delubrum Savage. So it's definitely a cool fight. I did enjoy it. It was a lot of fun. But holy shit, some of that early prog was rough. Like learning slimes and golems is a huge pain in the butt. Like so much shit wasted. Like so much shit was wasted that we weren't even like using our essences at the start. Because we're like, yeah, we might die. Don't pop your essences until after slimes and golems are cleared, because like it's just going to be a waste if slime side fucks up, which happened a lot. But that's completely unrelated to Genshin. It's just the nature of difficulty in games and what people find rewarding and not. I'm the type where I'm all about the reward, and so I'd like it to be easy, but I'm fine with it being challenging. Like I'll do challenging stuff if I feel that I need to, but I won't go out of my way to make something more challenging than it needs to be. So I'm not the type of person who, like, if there's a hard mode in the game, I'm not going to set it to hard. Like I'll go normal. I'll go normal mode because it's like, yeah, this is the normal experience. Like if you set it to easy, it might be just too brain dead easy, which might make it less enjoyable. So I set it to normal because I assume that's what the game's designed around. But I won't set it to hard because it's like there's no points. Like I'm not really trying to prove anything for myself. I don't think having additional challenge to the game is, adds that much of a benefit to me. Like I don't care if it's hard. I don't. I just care about the experience. I care about the story they're trying to tell. or the rewards that whatever it is has to offer. But regardless, this has gone off on a huge tangent. I mainly just wanted to pop in and spend my resin to get my talent ascension, which I did. So now I got her up to 10, and these are at 9. I will be triple crowning her, so I will be running for her talent domain a little bit more time. But to crown him, I need 700,000, so I need a shitload more money too. So I will triple crown her. Well, realistically, you really just need her skill the most, then her burst, and then her normal attack. But like these would be fine at 9. All of them would be fine at 9. But yeah, the skill is definitely, it gets an extra additional elemental resistance decrease. But the only benefit of increasing her talent or her burst is just slightly more healing, which is like, sure, it's good, good, more healing is better, but it's not like a huge difference. And it's only single target for the person on the field, so it doesn't matter as much. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and call it with that, but thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.